properties. Insta3. Why is it not automatically doing
All right. Now there's audio.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Let's do.
Amazing. Okay. So basically, I don't know. You'll have to.
This is the benefit of coming in person.
That's right. Okay. TLDR, use the resources at your disposal when you're going to start running into problems, because 3/4 of the class hasn't touched pwn.college since the checkpoint deadline, and it's Wednesday. It's not the end of the world. Still plenty of time, but don't delay too much longer. And when you do delay too much longer and then hit problems in later levels, keep in mind of the resources around there. For this module, unlike web security that really got way too tricky for Sensei to be of significant use, and was like, this module has a different type of knowledge that's required. It's much more general knowledge about how networking works, and Sensei knows that fairly well. Also, come to the recitations and hang out on the Discord, watch other threads as well. If you can beat Honto to the answer, there's some extra credit for you in it. But we are also, in previous years, when there's been a hero helper from outside of the ASU student population, we have actually distributed their extra credit to the students with their consent in like a Robin Hood sort of scenario. So maybe we'll do something similar with Honto. If he can hit, or if they can hit 1,000 extra credit help, then we'll maybe do that.
But Honto is not pressured to hit it.
Yeah. Don't worry. Well, you can do it anyways, right? Because I guess non-integers will work just fine too.
Yes.
So, yeah. Okay, perfect. All right. As a reminder, as you're using all the help channels, please do not seek help in direct messages. That's an academic integrity violation for ASU students. Some people have figured out ways to escape the meme jail. That's a cool hack. I didn't read jail Shareware 2.0, but just keep in mind to properly link your new Discord or old Discord or whatever. Probably if you escape out of meme jail and start making good memes, you'll eventually be fine from when Connor does another jailbreak. But the key thing, don't ask for help in DMs. It just robs people of good Honto answers in the actual threads. All right, awesome. Okay, most people are finding intercepting communication much more approachable than web security. It is much more of a question of understanding the concepts and understanding the tools, rather than, except for a couple of levels here, rather than like truly figuring out the tiny minutia of this giant JavaScript thing. Like, network attacks are really interesting in this way. And I think, is this what you guys are finding? Silence. Okay. Maybe not. All right. Cool. A couple of network specific memes, technology specific. I really like this our broadcast over here. That's really great. I think the bottom pane could be, maybe slightly different, but it's an awesome meme. And then the various tool memes are great. Here's one of them for following TCP flows in Wireshark. We had a question earlier about Wireshark versus T-Shark. Do you want us to show off Wireshark, or you're good with Wireshark now? You're good. Okay, cool. So you probably figured out there's kind of more than one way to follow a TCP stream here. Wireshark is a good route forward. T-Shark is a text interface to Wireshark. As I kind of mentioned earlier when asked about this, like if I need to analyze one network stream, I'll reach for Wireshark or one PCAP. If I have to analyze 10,000 PCAPs, I'll script it in T#. Right, that's kind of the difference between Wireshark and T#, but they have the exact same functionality on the back end using the exact same code base. And then there's a lot of other cool network tools. We'll go into some of them today. All right. As I mentioned, most people just peaced out right after the checkpoint deadline. I like people's dedication to memes to do checkpoint or to make memes instead of doing challenges, but please do the challenges. This is the, as you figured out, the main source of learning in the class. We are up here in these lectures to, you know, meme up the community, but then answer kind of missing bits of the lectures, but there are intentionally missing bits of the lectures that you bridge by walking through these challenges. So if you don't do the challenges, not only will you fail the class, but you will also miss the knowledge. All right, a couple of challenges that people run into that just by looking at the memes, we see which challenges have maybe pain points, interesting problem areas, et cetera, et cetera. By far, the most memes still about level 4. Of course, level 4, it's the base solution that will take an hour to run is not hard. And it's so cool to see people optimizing more and more. We should actually make this a challenge now that I think about it. You should have a level 5 after level 4, like now do it in a minute.
Dies after a minute.
Yeah, something like that. That would be super cool. Yeah, it's really cool to see people doing this. One thing I wanted to call out, and now, oh yeah, it's right here. It's great. If you engage with the material enough that you're writing custom tooling to solve the challenges, that's what we want to see. That's awesome. But, you know, as long as you get the flag with the tooling you got at your disposal, that's awesome too. All right. There's a lot of pylon memes about this, and the reality of meme generators is that you end up with a lot of some identical memes. We're not going to jail you for a meme that covers a topic that's been too heavily covered. We're going to jail you for a meme you copy paste off of Twitter. We might stop at some point upvoting level 4 intercepting communication memes. But you know what? You're not going to get jailed for it. You're just probably a waste of time. Couple of other challenging levels, level 6 and level 11. Getting that handshake correct the first time can be a little tricky, but it is hopefully the people that have pushed through it. It's a cool way to understand the low levels of how networking actually works, right? So there's a common job interview question you get at these like large companies, like depending on the role you're interviewing for. What the hell? Why did this thing completely leave me behind? Every time. There we go. We're back. All right, we're back. Okay. One of these days it's gonna like start going in on a meme or something and refuse to change. Common interview question is, what happens when you go to google.com in your web browser, right? And I'm sure that if you interview somewhere, that's, it'll be whatever.com, their website. And then you might ask them, at what depth, right? Like how deep should I go? Say as deep as you can. Like, by the time I mean, depending on where you go with it, the TCP handshake is an important part. The ARP thing is an important part. It's a very cool way to demonstrate that you know this stuff at a very, very deep level. And hopefully by the time we are through the other end of the next module, which will be crypto, you'll be able to also talk about the encryption and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? And so you're kind of building up through this class the understanding of how all of that truly works deep down by interrupting and breaking parts of it.
So the reverse engineering in x86. I think
Yeah.
this class is inspired by that exact question.
Yeah. So it's, I think one of the, kind of on philosophical note, one of the unfortunate parts of how computer science is taught today is we start out in the clouds writing for loops in Java or something, and then you have to fight your way down and build a foundation as you go. And that's just not how we tend to teach anything else. I mean, imagine, teaching a newborn how to be a person by tossing them out of the airplane with a parachute attached to them. It's like, it's not gonna work very well. But this is exactly what we do to you through the computer science education process. And it didn't used to be that way. At some point, early on in computer science, we're talking like, decades and decades ago, probably 80s or so. Do you remember when? When was that shift?
This is your age, man.
No, it's not. Computer science was taught from a bottom-up perspective. And then at some point, there was a shift to a top-down perspective. And from that era, there were papers comparing the two, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then the bottom-up perspective kind of just lost out, right? Computer Science 101 should be assembly language, and then you build up everything from first principles. But we have the opposite. And so this course is about, basically, you've been standing on this foundation of sand, and we're just taking you, just shoving you down into the sand until you learn all the fundamentals. By the time you are on the other side of this course, you'll be able to spend your entire Facebook interview talking about how this connection to google.com happens. All right. Anyways, that was a big tangent. Sorry about that. Well, it's only 3-minute tangent. Luckily, there's a clock right here telling me the tangents. All right. The big boss is, of course, intercepting communication level 14. I made this combined beam on the right here. It's the awesome thing about these harder levels is how awesome it is to get that flag. So who here solved 14? Nice. Was it cool?
Yeah.
All right. We have a very assertive yeah. So that's good. If it was like, yeah, it was okay. But yeah, boom. All right. It's very tricky actually. Like the first 4 levels are very, like the first level is receive a packet, right? And then the 14th level is much more crazy, and then we could go farther, but then you get like actually more points for the first level than the last level. I don't know. There's no good way to grade these things reasonably. Like we could make the 14th level be worth half your grade, but then that would fuck everyone up. So, anyways, I love this meme. I every year I teach a course like this. If 466 has been what I typically taught, there's always every next concept is there's more and more and more. I think we are hopefully at a point where the difficulty curve of intercepting communication is a little more reasonable than web security. I don't really know how to correct that for web security. Probably what we'll just do is in the future, intercepting communications will get roughly to the difficulty level of web security. There's more to do in terms of intercepting communications. We haven't really gotten into rerouting traffic and like all this fun stuff. But yeah, hopefully crypto will be back at the at I don't know, something in between, maybe. I don't know. All right. Questions on Twitch. Who's got Twitch open? I ran out of batteries. Nope, didn't. All right, let me open Twitch. I forgot. Which I guess will. Do you have Twitch open anyway?
No, I mean just on my laptop.
All right. Okay, I got Twitch open. Let's get these questions. All right. Can't hear anything. Yay, sound. Okay, Honto is willing to distribute their extra credit. Okay, and then a lot of discussion of the camera. All right, so today we wanted to talk about some other tools that are neat for networking, and then dig into basically problems that people are having with SCAPI specifically. So SCAPI is a really cool toolkit, but of course, you know, there are like the whole networking thing involves with web security. You have to think about Python, you have to think about Flask, you have to think about JavaScript, you have to think about your web browser. With network communication, you have to think about multiple hosts on a network. You have to think about how the kernel does TCP handshakes. You have to think about a lot of things, and SCAPI interacts with all of these, and so that can be a big pain in the ass. So we're going to go and look into a couple of things here. Where is that? Here. Oh, the SSH died. All right, we're back. Okay. Boom. Okay.
Containers are dead now.
Are they? Oh yeah, perfect. So then we'll all right. So we were using tmux before. That's what hipsters use. We're gonna go move to screen. Screen is the good old wait, but now you don't have a screen RC. This is gonna be a nightmare. Nah, but all we need is that. All right. Well, I have a screen RC. How do we get my screen? All right, fine. tmux. Damn. Screen with a correct screen RC is a beautiful experience. All right. So let's create a host. This will just be on the host where we'll have a, like before, we'll have a server. We will have a interceptor. And this is the scenario that we ran through on Monday, and we'll have a client, right? And the idea is that the interceptor will redirect traffic from the server to the client, and it'll be very cool to see. Oh my God, I really need my screen RC. Okay, so we have the server. It's just, we have the attacker, whatever. And we'll have the client.
I think we're just doing the client and the host originally.
Oh, whatever. Well, we'll have the victim. Okay. So the victim, let's rename this pane to the victim. Okay. Now you can see it. The star on the bottom is the host I'm looking at. The minus, like where it says interceptor minus, that's the previous one that I was looking at. Boom. Oops. Here we go. I switched to that, and now I'll actually rename it to attacker. Okay, awesome. And last time we used SCAPI to ARP spoof, to intercept the packet, and it was all very awesome and very hacker-like. Well, let's do that again. So we're gonna have the server serving up the flag. Has anyone used the yes command here? It's awesome. You run it and just literally prints this thing over and over and over. It is used by default. It prints yes, so you can pipe it into something that, like, let's say, some installer that asks you a bunch of questions. You just want to answer yes to them. Like, this is such an annoying thing that there's a built-in, like, a standard Linux command shipping with everything that is called yes, and you can have it say whatever. So, like, let's just say we'll get the flag out of it. pwn.college, some flag. Okay, cool, and it'll have it listening on port 137, and the -K is, it means, oh, fuck. All right. -K means keep listening for new connections. All right, here we go. That from the client, we're just gonna write a little loop. Wait, we're also gonna install netcat openbsd. Incredible. All right, now we're gonna write a little loop that'll just netcat to what's our address? IP route 2. All right, so we're .5, probably the attacker's .4, and the server's .3. Let's just YOLO. So 172.17.0.3, port 157. Yeah, here's our flag. We can keep connecting. Perfect. So we're just gonna listen, get one line from here. What the fuck? Oh, that's interesting.
I think if you pass -Q0.
This guy to head?
It's in that case.
Why?
To make it immediately disconnect. They can give you send empty standard in.
Really? I think it's buffering on the other side. Yeah, it's buffering on this side. So, okay, something even crazier. We're going to say, okay, while we read into the flag argument, we'll do echo flag through netcat. Done. Oh, do echo flag. This is some bash scripting foo. Who here recognizes this style, like this bash scripting? Okay, got like 2 people. All right, we'll add some Linux Luminarium challenges. Probably not this semester, but this can be super useful to accomplish crazy things on the command line as you're messing around with challenges. So what we're doing here is we're using yes to print this over and over and over. We're have a loop going that happens, while. Do is the start of the actual code that happens in the loop. Done is the end of it. And this is the condition. Read is a read, right? And so while we read into the flag variable, we just echo it back out to a server. And now we can just connect back to it without any sort of fear of getting flooded by the flag, and everything is good. And as Connor said, if we do -Q0, then the moment we don't write anything, nope. All right, just
Maybe Q0 on the other side.
Maybe Q0 on the other side. Maybe. There we go. All right, perfect. So the receive timeout is 0, and then burst probably, and then we just dev null is a way to say there's no reading from standard input. Boom, done. Okay, so we're going to have the client connect to the server, and what we're going to do is intercept this connection, right? It's like intercepting communication. We're going to intercept it. We're going to man in the middle, and instead of some flag, we're going to return to the client, to the victim, a fake flag. All right, awesome. Connor showed you how to do this with all of the various, let's install IP Route 2 here. We go IP neighbor, we see that we have this server that blah blah blah. We create we do an ARP poisoning attack with SCAPI. Awesome. That's a lot of manual steps to carry out this attack. You have to manually craft ARP packets, and that was a pain in the butt. And it wasn't such a pain in the butt, but there are automated tools to do this. Now, the type of hacker that just grabs tools and exploit scripts off the internet and runs them against victims or whatever without understanding what these scripts do, this is called a script kiddie, right? Script kiddies are I don't know, perfectly reasonable thing to be, but you probably want to understand the underlying things, and that is why what I'm about to demonstrate isn't actually installed in the dojo. So you have to do it the hard way. But I have root access on this little container, and I can apt install a cool program called Ettercap. Or not. Ettercap text only. Haha. Cannot be stopped. All right. Ettercap is like a kind of TCP/IP Swiss Army knife of attacks. It is super cool. Ettercap, when I was in high school, kind of getting into hacking, Ettercap was like magic. I was at DEF CON one year looking for a friend of mine in the age before cell phones, before everyone was always connected all the time. And we had agreed to meet at DEF CON. And then my friend was gonna had to miss it for some reason, and I was trying to find some internet access to get on AOL Instant Messenger, and I am him that DEF CON is so cool. It's a bummer that he couldn't make it. This is my first time at a hacker conference. It was wild, right? I get onto the DEF CON network. Always a bad idea if you don't know what you're doing. I get on AOL Instant Messenger, which thankfully encrypted its password at the time, but not the actual messages. And I type messages to him, and he, unbeknownst to me, last minute could make it to DEF CON. And he is wandering around looking at people doing network shenanigans on the DEF CON networks. And the person whose shoulder he was surfing was sniffing the network and saw my screen name from AOL Instant Messenger pop up as I was messaging him. It's like, oh, Jan is here. And then he went around the room and found me. It's crazy stuff. And it's thanks to Ettercap. So here we go. We launch up Ettercap. And now things are more complicated. Now I have to remember how to launch up the interface and the user interface, not the network interface. Okay. You guys get to see me adapting live to changes. Oh my God. What is unminimize?
Yeah. It used to be.
Okay, that's fine. We go here and we say Ettercap and curses interface. Ettercap curses. So what? I just a different Ettercap. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Ettercap. Dash capital C, which helpfully isn't in the dash help, and beautiful. All right, here's the Ettercap we know and love. So we launch up. You can immediately see this isn't your, grandpa's SCAPI. Actually, SCAPI is much, much, much newer than Ettercap, as I mentioned. Ettercap was around in 1999 already and quite developed. All right. So let's find what's going on here? Plugins. Okay. Plugins. No plugins. Okay. Did I? This got installed, right? Yep. Okay, let's see what this better cap thing is. Just out of curiosity. We'll install it for future reference. We appear to be missing some better cap. Okay, is it possible that some of these plugins now only ship with the graphical interface? Yeah, this is concerning. There should be a lot of stuff here. Okay. No, come on. Okay, how does this work? Ooh, cool. All right, better cap is interesting. We'll look at this later. We're not going to deal with this thing right now. Okay. Let's see if there's something that we're not. Okay, here we go. Let's see what exists in the EtherCap common package. Here are our plugins, probably. Yes. Okay. So can we? That's annoying. Okay, anyways, we want to, my guess is we want this plugin. SSL strip, messing around with Samba. That's Windows file sharing. All right, so do ettercap -- plugin, and then I don't know how to copy paste this on Mac. Nope. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, let's do. Yes, okay. Perfect. Let's see what happens if we do -- plugin this. Okay. Plugins, nothing. Okay. Okay, not great. There's no way to bring up the GUI, right? Not an easy way.
You could do it all.
Yeah, no, I don't want to. Man command not found. Okay, let's install man, see why it's asking me to go get the man page. Okay. Ah, okay. Okay, I see. That was a help for the plugin. So now I know there's a man page for EtherCap plugins, which why if you don't have less, I see what's going on. Okay, which I can now read reasonably with less. Okay, EtherCap secret option for --p is list. All right, here are our plugins. Repoison ARP is what we probably want. We can fingerprint a remote host. We can isolate a host. Let's start with that. Do these shenanigans. Okay. Okay. See, this is what happened? Okay. No, that's for PCAPs. Okay, I've clearly forgotten. This is what the GUI does to you, man. We don't have a GUI, and now we are header cap curses. Now we need to relearn how to like use tools. This is why GUIs are no good. Okay, file, open them to file, sniff. It's the learning process in action. Intercept, interesting part. Okay. Okay. We have to start sniffing first. All right. So to summarize where we are. Oops. There. To summarize where we are, this guy is going to just be constantly querying for the flag. We'll do this, and then we will sleep a little bit. Boom. All right. That's the victim. The attacker will just sniff on everything. Okay. So we're sniffing. Boom. Start sniffing. Okay, we already started. Now, let's look at the hosts list that we have. That's weird. Let's make sure that we can see traffic from here. Wait, all we see is ARP. Why is that?
So kids aren't hitting you.
No, I understand. Because shit, is this some Linux? Oh yeah. Of course. What am I doing? Okay, so the packets aren't hitting me, right? So we need to do ARP. Let's get the. Let's see what we've got here. We need to ARP poison everybody. Yeah, let's see if reply ARP is enough. First of all, what is this? Yeah. So now we do -p and we do reply ARP. Can we just do all plugins? Is that like, can it -p all or something? I don't know. Let's try it. Unified sniffing on ETH0. Okay, it cannot be. Okay, fine. What about these plugins? Oh, load a plugin. Oh, great. And it crashed. Okay, that's fine. -p, reply ARP. So first thing we're gonna do is load up the ARP replier. In the console. Okay, sniff, fight sniffing, boom. Why can't we load the reply ARP? God. We will get this working. Reply ARP. It's right fucking there. This is worse than stepping through puts. Thank you. 10 points to that guy. Okay. Reply ARP plugin is activated. All right. Do we have hosts? No, we still don't have hosts. We're still happily getting the flag. Okay. Target hosts. Man in the middle. Okay, here we go. Parameters remote. And now it's gone. No, come on. Okay, we're still working just fine here. Okay, this is kind of buggy. Did we get hosts? No. Come on, man. Come on. Okay, let's try this again. What are these parameters? All right, you know what? Let's see what BetterCap has to offer us. All right, here we go. Better cap. Here we go on help. Let's just try arp.spoof or net.sniff. Help net.sniff. Okay, perfect. Net.sniff on. Okay, net.sniff on. Okay, endpoint this guy, but that's fine. Net.sniff. Okay, what else we got? So net.sniff is running, net recon is running. What about arp.spoof? Help arp.spoof. Arp.spoof. Aha! Okay. Perfect. Dot targets 10 dot or 17. So if we want to target spoof the server and the client, let's say. What was 10.172.17 was it?
Yeah, it's in the bottom.
That's 0. Oh yeah, perfect. That's 0.2, 3, and then 172.17. That's 0.4. No, we're 3. We're 4. That 5. Invalid. Okay. arp.spoof.targets, comma separated list. Okay, maybe arp.spoof on. Okay. Okay, we're just YOLO probing everybody. Okay, let's see what's going on here. The curses interface is so nice. Maybe Better Cap has a curses interface. We're not gonna mess with this right now. Okay. Help arp.spoof. Is there a nope, help net.recon. Okay, net.recon, net.show. Okay, perfect. All right. We have detected the us. Great. And the other guy. Okay. Man, Scapeye is way easier than this shit. Net that.
This is the experience of the script kidding.
Yes, it really is. I have like no idea what's going on with this tool. Okay, arp.spoof.targets. It should be arp.spoof.targets. Unknown syntax. I typed help for that. What about equals? Is equals? Man, we're just trying random shit. 72.617.0.3. No. Okay, this is okay. Well, that's fine. At this point, we say okay. Man, better cap. Let's just figure out Swiss Army knife for hijacking. Yeah. We're supposed to use it with the GUI. I know. You don't have a GUI here. You don't want to rebase on the dojos this late in the game. Okay. Better cap. Do we have at least a curses interface? No, it's not so nice. Okay. Val interface. Okay, nothing. We need the GUI, man. No one uses the command line anymore. This shit is outdated. Okay, what if we have ettercap, but with a command line? We're just specify everything we need. Okay, you know what? Actually, let's just search for command line. Usage, whatever. Yes, interactive mode, script, interactive mode. Yeah, on the terminal. Okay. Clear, net.show, clear, semicolon. Then we have caplets. Very cool. Then we have on the command line itself, we have all sorts of other stuff. Okay. There's got to be like a set. Yes, set. Okay, now we're cooking. All right, better cap. I think everyone has now agreed that scapI is the way to go, but that's fine. We're determined to make this work. Okay, we're gonna do net sniff on, net.recon on. Okay, that's good. Let's see what else we got. ARP spoof sounds really cool. On. Now, get ARP spoof targets. Entire subnet. Boom. That's what we like to see. Okay. Now what? But then why do we have help net.recon, net.recon, net.show? Why are we still... Okay. Is there a sniffer guy? And that's ndp.spoof. That's cool. We can... Okay.
Sniff
Where?
at the bottom.
Oh, I just missed it. Okay. Net.sniff on. Okay. Net.sniff. Oh yeah, we already turned it on. Help net.sniff. Okay. Let's see. Yes. Okay, perfect. Net.sniff. Let's see. Get net.sniff.verbose. Set net.sniff.verbose on. Okay, or true. Okay, awesome. Now we're verbose. Help events. Event.log. Come on. Help. Help events.stream. Events dot print the list of filters. How do I actually see the events? Do they just show up? Because they're not showing up. Clear events stream. Read, clear, include, command. Oh my god. All right, this is okay. Set ARP spoof on. Recon, select the target to spoof. This is why there's no way to X forward out of this thing. Yeah, there's not an easy way. What if he switched the stream to my... All right. What is the path forward here? Clearly, I am failing to figure out better cap, because after all of this guy, I'm sure, is still... okay. Is this the right... Did we manage to at least... Did we manage to at least ARP poison this guy? No. No, we didn't. We have... how are we not ARP poisoning this guy? Okay. Do we have to be stale to ARP poison? No. No, it shouldn't be. This is insane. Okay. Start ARP spoofer. Default is internal spoofing false. Okay. See, this is why it's just, you should just do things the right way with scapI. So you aren't using a tool that you barely understand, not a script kiddie. Okay. Now, are we here? No. Okay, let's try this. ARP spoof off. Okay, ARP spoof on. Okay. Okay. Ah, both the targets and the gateway. Only the target. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Internal. This is fine. Skip restore. Okay, ARP spoof. Is there a whitelist here? No. And the targets are all exactly what we want them to be. Okay. And this is still, because we haven't observed that this guy.
Would be.
Delay. Okay. Are we on like, one sec. Let's help ARP spoof. Okay. ARP.ban is not on, right? ARP help. Let's see. ARP.ban. ARP ban off. ARP, I see. We were banning it. Ah, yes. Okay. See, now we stopped spoofing. Okay. We had a timeout. That's unfortunate. Nope. We have not ARP spoofed at the moment. But we also can't connect to anything. AC11. What is our IP address? Or our MAC address? AC11. Oh, yeah, okay. We all have. Yeah, okay. Okay. We are connecting again. Let's do set arp dot spoof dot targets 172.17.0.3 172.17.0.5 arp spoof off arp spoof on. Could not find spoof targets. Okay, this is just Okay.
What if you run TCP dump also to see packets happening?
Yeah.
That correspond to your attack.
Hold on. Let's just get this thing, the attack running on. It's true. Okay, on. Okay, syntax error. Could not parse target. It said comma separated, didn't it? Comma separated list of IP addresses, MAC addresses, or aliases to spoof. Do we just do /32 here? Just spoof these guys. Okay, perfect. No. Oh, the equals. There's no equals. Okay. Okay. We're almost there. So let's see our we've spoofed it. Only in about 10 times the amount of time that it would have taken us with Scapy, but we didn't have to write any Python. Who here thinks that's a win? It is a win for my personal, yeah, it's not really a win because now we need to forward things on. Oh, that's because arp.ban is on. Okay, now, wait, no, this is wrong now. arp.spoof should be on and arp.ban should be off. We still don't have, well, whatever. We have the intersection. What I really wanted to show is Ettercap can do a thing where it'll grab the packet and then forward it on to the original recipient. And then you don't have to deal with interrupted network traffic like we have right here. Is there something that is isolating us. Anyways, just to finish the attack, we're gonna docker exec into the attacker. And then we're going to echo fake flag. And of course, this will work if we install it. Okay. It didn't work.
Are there any packets currently happening through the attacker?
Yeah, here's our... Wait, what the fuck? It's only supposed to do...
CP dump useful?
It's only supposed to do these guys. Why is it slamming me with a... So what we're seeing here is BetterCap flooding the network with ARP replies to... it's called a gratuitous ARP reply. Basically, even though no one is asking where whatever this 172.17.178.229 is, BetterCap is just telling everyone, I'm here to poison everyone's ARP cache, right? Because ARP is kind of a stateless protocol. You just... it looks like you're asking for who has this and someone responds, but in reality, those two events are kind of unrelated. One causes the other, but when you receive a reply, your kernel happily ingests it, even if it didn't ask for a request. Otherwise, when you're trying to seek out hosts that aren't there, you would leave resources allocated to the host in the kernel while waiting for a response, and this would lead to potential problems.
You can see it sending out 2 replies per IP address. So it's probably telling those 2 hosts that everyone on the subnet is me.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but if you added a 3rd host, it would send out 3 replies per.
Ah, it's poison. Yeah.
Very useful.
Yeah, okay, this is cool. But it still doesn't explain why we can't actually poison this guy. This should receive a connection. Okay, that thing is now dead in the water. Okay, let's just do a TCP dump without ARP. On the attacker. And just see. Okay, here we go. Okay, one sec. Let's just once. One netcat. Okay. It succeeded connecting. But this guy didn't get a...
What happened with the packets?
Where is it connecting to? What happened with the packets? Let's print out. Okay, it's connecting, it's connecting, it's connecting. It has connected. You know what I bet is happening?
It's
No.
forwarding the packets.
Maybe it is forwarding the packets, but Netcat is trying to resolve to print out that it got a connection. It is trying to resolve the domain name, and the DNS is unreachable, and now it's failing. All right, here we go. Now it'll work. Okay, now we're rolling. Okay, so boom, boom. So we can still connect. Things are working. Connection received. Right? The -n flag to Netcat says, forget about the stupid DNS. DNS causes 90% of the issues in your life. Like, no matter, I had a crazy issue where websites would take a while to load. Of course, my first thought, it's going to be DNS. I searched through everything, DNS settings, all look correct, et cetera, et cetera. It's not DNS. Search through the rest of my, and it will only happen every once in a while. It was DNS. It's everything is DNS. Okay, so we can now sniff because we are poisoned everyone, but we're also forwarding all of that connection traffic. And so, wait, not this guy. When this guy runs, we can see it hits the server, but we can see the why don't we see the response? No, we see the response. Oh, there it is. Yeah, here's the response. Boom. All right, so now we're sniffing. Next, let's actually isolate this guy. So now we are sniffing. Okay, now how to intercept with this guy? So we can spoof NDP, we can spoof HTTP, any.proxy. Okay, what is this? Start the custom proxy redirection. Okay, so we got the proxy address. To ourselves. We got the port 1337. Okay. Interface is probably fine. Protocol is fine. Okay, source address is empty to any source address, source port. Remote port to redirect when the module also support account separated. Default is 80. So we want source port to be 1337. Oh, wait, shit. That's all fucked up. Okay, this guy, test port, this guy. Okay, and now we do any proxy on. And hold on, before we do that, let's look at the victim is still happily receiving the flag. Let's confirm that the victim is still ARP poisoned. All right, so that's now going through us, which you might be thinking, oh, it took a long time to reduplicate what SCAPI does, but SCAPI doesn't forward these packets on. Now we've got some cool shenanigans going on. We turn on our any proxy, boom, applied. What the? I fucked that up. Sorry. No one mentioned that yeah. I'm writing prox instead of proxy, and it just silently happened to work. Maybe it does work. All right, let's just try this. arp.proxy, dest address, arp.proxy dot dest port. Okay, and source port. Okay, and any proxy on. Okay, applied redirection. Let's see what happens. The victim, boom. The victim is getting the fake flag. Why did it only get the fake flag once? Oh, because I only have this running once. So let's just run this in a loop. Why did I do the insane yes of the flag, etc., etc.? I have no idea why I did that. Why would I do that? What was I thinking? I was probably thinking whatever I was thinking to end up in a 1 hour fucking better cap session. Okay. Anyways. All right, here we go. Victim is being poisoned. Any proxy off. Boom. Forwarding the traffic. Any proxy on. Boom. Proxying the traffic. Who thinks that's cool? Yeah. Almost the whole class thinks that's cool. Okay. Now, let me see if Twitch thinks that's cool. We get validation. I fell off the internet and lost all the Twitch traffic. Okay, fine. Fine. We were streaming, right?
I hope so.
Someone would have screamed. Okay, I think. Okay, we got one very cool. All right, perfect. All right. So, couple of things I want you guys to take away from this. One is my entire process of running into something very unexpected that's Ettercap doesn't work as well as I remember. Figuring out how to crawl around documentation. Of course, by now you should be experts at this. Pivoting to a better tool that I just happened to notice while app searching for Ettercap. And then we figured out live how this tool worked enough to be able to do the traffic proxying that we got. All right. And a little bit of swearing along the way. Someone on Twitch says, perfect example of try harder. That's Hammerhead on Twitch. Exactly. So, if at first you don't succeed, you hope that you're on stream so you have no choice. All right. 3 minutes of scap. Okay. Better cap seems actually pretty cool. It's a nice little interface once you figure it out. Otherwise, please keep in mind, intercepting communications due Sunday night. There will be no downtime in the server, so there will be no extension. We'll try to get some time to do a ScapEye stream, if that helps. And then otherwise, please reach out to the TAs, come to the recitations, and hang out on Discord.
Once you complete this module, you will know how to build a tool that does exactly that.
Exactly. The only thing we don't quite cover is the forwarding of the traffic, right?
Yeah.
But the forwarding of the traffic, you can derive by yourself. All right. Thank you, and goodbye, hackers. Amazing. How do we end this? Now, this is like the opposite of the millennial pause. It's the millennial.
This is the millennial disaster.